But for my muffin.
Having fun? That's all we need to do for this demonstration, Lee, because this is my new wah pedal.
It is. Well, greetings. I'm the captain.
I am Rob Chapman.
And we're going to do a quick video about a new pedal from the clever chappies at Dunlop called the Jim Dunlop CBM 95
That's a
Mini
catchy name.
Crybaby Wah.
Everyone's just going to call it the Mini Crybaby.
They absolutely will. But you know the regular Crybaby? That's called the GCB 95.
CBGB. I think they had a bad motivator. I love that.
What?
I love that it was a Star Wars joke and Lee didn't get it.
I didn't get it, sorry about that. So pop your amp on standby and we'll just pick the pedal up and we'll hold it so people can get perspective. So this is a foot, okay?
Well,
that's
probably,
roughly-ish the size of a wah-wah pedal.
Probably better saying this is it in my hand.
This is, oh, no, I think next to a foot is particularly as I've made the efforts to put my foot up here.
But what size foot have you got?
Size 10.
You're a little dude, aren't you?
What size feet have you got then?
I'm a 12.
Yeah.
All
right.
Put your foot up then.
All right.
Put it.
That's true. Right, cock's out then. Come
Beer,
on, let's just do it.
Beer, what size feet have you got? 13. He's 13.
Well, I'd expect it from Beer. To be fair,
Lee.
Tripod is what we call him, isn't it? Anyway.
Beer, tripod, massage. This is my new wah pedal. Look at it. It's tiny.
So I think Dunlop have obviously responded to the real kind of craze in reducing the size of your pedal board. So, you know, lots of guys are you know, from the pro end, you know, with all the sort of exotic stuff, right down to some of the more affordable stuff, like this fabulous Tone City range that we've just videoed.
That I've just bought all of.
Yep. So I'm kind of guessing now you're genuinely talking about a board. Rob had a great idea, I'm not going to give it away, but a great idea for making a board. But it's going to be like, you know, every pedal that he's realistically going to need on a board that is about the size of Rabeer's foot. So...
Don't you wish we'd come up with this idea?
It's a great idea. Now, the regular GCB 95, you know, the one that Dunlop claimed to have sold 5 million of or something like that, is a pretty inexpensive wah-wah, and this is a bit more expensive. So people might go, well, hang on a second, it's less, so how is it more?
I understand it has more functionality, he said, reaching for coffee. Absolutely.
Well, it might be less in terms of its stature, but it's more in terms of its spec. So the three key differences between this and the GCB 95.
Well, the first key difference is that it also clamps onto the headstock.
It's a headstock
and
wah.
then it's a tuner. So what you do is you leave it there, and while you're playing, like for example, that's a little bit out.
Yeah.
And then if you just press the button on that side.
Yeah.
Now it's in.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case there are 4 features. So the 3 features I was going to tell you about is first of all, it's true bypass. There is an awful lot of, what's the right word?
That's interesting.
Negativity about the GCB 95 in that even when it's switched off, it loses gain. You know, there's
but some people like Jobo, they specifically use the ones that aren't true bypass because they like the tone.
Well, you can, I think there's an awful lot of myth about true bypass. Is it better or is it worse?
I saw a meme. I have to stop you and tell people the meme that I know you've seen as well.
I've seen it as well,
You've seen it as well. Peter Honore, our mate, posted it. There was a picture of Jimi Hendrix and it said, people at Woodstock tried really hard to enjoy the show despite the fact that none of Jimmy's pedals were true bypass.
I think probably the pedal in the entire world that gets the most criticism for what happens when you plug in the pedal and but use it in its off position probably is the GCB 95, because there is a drop in the level that comes out the other side. So you can have a gain sound that's quite pokey with the wire on, and then you turn the wire off and all of a sudden you lose a bit of your gain sound. Anyway, so this is true bypass. So that's feature improvement number 1, or feature difference.
Don't throw my pedal
1.
around, bro. It looks like it can't take a throw.
Feature numero 2 is that the inductor, so that the sort of the wiring component of this pedal is a much more expensive inductor than the one that's in the GCB 95. It's a red phasal or Fazal, depending on how you pronounce it.
Isn't it funny how marketing, that just makes me get excited that it's called a red Fazal?
So it's basically the same kind of quality of inductor that would be in the sort of the top end Dunlop wah-wahs and all of the sort of the McCoy style clone sort of wah-wahs. So that's the second feature. The third feature, I will take the back off of and we'll demonstrate a bit later on after Rob's done a bit more playing. But there's a 3-way switch inside the pedal that allows me to alter the tone of how the pedal was.
Exciting.
So we can do all that. And of course it's tiny. Now I'm interested, Rob, for you to try and explain to the people, would you put the sort of the ball or the heel of your foot on, and how does it just physically feel different to a normal
It's interesting
wah?
you'd ask, because to me it was immediately evident, because I've used a wah for a long time. But I think if this is the first wah pedal that you buy, you would be forgiven for thinking it's like a gas pedal and you'd put your toes at the end, but you absolutely wouldn't do that. Where it pivots is where really you kind of want almost the center of your foot point, so your heel is here and your foot goes off the edge of the pedal for it to really operate. And I will demonstrate that in real time with a real foot, size 12.
With a real foot?
My heel actually just goes just off the, see if you can see to the side, it's just off the pedal back, so that the center of my foot is over.
Do you want me to go Gandy Cam?
Go Gandy Cam, bro, that's what it's for.
That's what it's for, isn't it? Okay.
Lee's free Roman.
I thought we'd go handy cam with this because it's way, way easier for you to kind of see where Rob has positioned his, what's the Latin name for foot?
I don't know, but in Maltese it's swabatasa'an. Well, that's toes actually, so maybe not foot.
So there we are.
That's where it goes.
And lift your foot up there. You can see it. Look, in all its glory now. Put your foot next to it. I know we've done this. Like, look at that. It's kind of cool.
Do you want to see what socks I'm wearing as well?
Yes, please. Yeah.
This is they're just boring and black today.
What's the little logo? You're wearing them inside out, aren't you?
What's good about these is they're actually Rabias, and he left them in my flat.
Nice.
Oh man,
So, I think the next thing to show these people is what it looks like on the inside of the pedal, and we'll change the settings.
Wait, I want to do the sweep.
Do the sweep.
Let me do the sweep. So I'm on a clean sound.
So you're using now. This is. I've got a screwdriver in my hand. Look at this. Thank you. So this is a good example. Now, Rob bought. Yes, bought. I know it doesn't happen very often.
Everything on the floor.
These 3 Tone City pedals.
Let me explain why I bought them.
Go on then.
Because they're really, really good. Yes, they're affordable. Yes, they're made in Chunghwa, which is China. But they're really, really good.
Yes.
They're great pedals, and if they break within how many years?
2 years.
You just send you another one.
So to sort of top off Rob's mini pedal board, he just sort of went, of course. I mean, I think this is the genius behind the Dunlop micro wah or mini wah, because it's kind of like everybody's buying these kind of little pedals, which is all cool. But
you could never fit a wah on a pedal board anyway.
It's like gigantic and sort of defeats. And you're completely right. In fact, let's hold up for you. If I just here is a pedal train. Which one is this? Mini.
Yeah.
So it's not the smallest one they do in the range, but it's one of the smaller ones.
But if you put a regular sized wah pedal on it,
look,
it goes off the edge and then it doesn't fit in the bag.
It doesn't fit in the bag.
No, it's really annoying.
Whereas this pedal,
is about that size.
Yeah, so it would sit on there perfectly.
So my mission is to get the smallest pedal board possible to take with maybe a tiny head that maybe I'm designing.
Oh!
And then have the smallest, tiniest rig that I can stick in an airplane overhead locker.
Yeah.
Do clinics and tours around the world.
And is it true that we're designing a cabinet together which is going to be a 1 by 2 inch speaker?
No.
No, it's not. That's not.
But it is true that I'm touring the east coast of America.
I heard that
with
rumour.
Chapman and Rabia's coming with me.
I heard that rumour too.
My fiance Nat and Joe from Rift City. Anyway, here is the sweep because I think it's.
They went.
So here it is off. I'm in a middle position, so if I turn it on and go all the way back, that's your back tone. Here's all the way to the top. That's your top tone in the middle. There's your middle, so I'll sweep for you. So there's the sweep as it's currently set.
Armed with a Phillips screwdriver. Do you call these Phillips screwdrivers in America? They don't call them crosshead or something, do they?
I don't know. We call them Phillips in
We
England.
call them Phillips over here, but it's, you know, in other words, not a flathead. Right, may I have the
You may
the
have
dial?
my baby one.
Yes. Did we mention, does it make any sense, Rob has also now purchased this? It's been an expensive day for Rob here today, actually. He's sort of bought half the stuff we've reviewed.
But sometimes you got to go with your gut feeling, you know?
So,
be careful with my baby.
Now this doesn't have feet on it like a normal Dunlop wah-wah pedal would. It just has a flat rubber base. So again, completely ready to go on your pedal board with no jiggery pokery.
Ah, good idea.
You see what I mean?
And I'm interested to know whether it makes a difference if you take the internal rubber feet off and you get a higher sweep or not.
Well, yeah, I mean what Rob's talking about there, let's just do this before I lose any of these screws. Rob, of course, there's two rubber feet. Can you see these just?
You can go to that little B cam there.
I might go to B cam, look. So it has these rubber feet here, which obviously mean when I press down like this, there's only so far it can press down. And I think what Rob was saying is that some people actually shave those feet down, or
I just take them off.
completely.
I always took them off because I think it was probably.
Wouldn't you then switch the wah-wah sort of on and off?
I think it was Kirk Hammett that said. It wasn't Kirk Hammett. I think it was Slash who said if you took the feet off the inside, it had more sweep and you got more high end out of it.
I see.
I might be wrong. It was someone told me that, and I did it. And I found it made a big difference.
So
let me see.
Here it is. There you go. That's the inside.
That's tidy.
You see that?
Bang tidy.
Bang tidy. And the little switch, which is located here, has a three-position. Three positions.
Okay. So what's
that?
L?
What's that, 3 positions in the one night stand.
I don't know the lyric, but it's a horrible song. What's the L, M, and H?
Low, medium, and high.
Oh.
I don't know what that refers to. Perhaps a state of mind. But let's just switch it, and we won't bother putting the bottom back on.
Oh, okay.
If it was Eric Johnson using this, he'd tell us it would sound different without the
There is a battery compartment too.
Yeah, so you don't have to use a power supply. You
okay,
can
so
use
now
a
it's on
battery.
low.
So what were we on before?
We were on high.
We were on high. So let's
so
see
I think this is going to be more vocal sounding.
More vocal sounding.
Yeah, like
you'll see.
You know, more human voice.
More human voice. For when I talk like wah 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 wah.
Wah 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 wah. That's so hot.
Oh,
are you not sweating?
No, I'm quite comfortable. Bass, yeah?
Yeah, I like that. That's more vox wah.
Shall I? Hasn't got that take your head off sort of. Right, let's just quickly flip that to the middle position. Do the same again.
Put it back on low again.
Yeah, I think
I'll do the sweep click.
I think, to be honest with you, the low is a nicer kind of funk.
Hear that? Look, that's Foxy. That's Voodoo Char.
I shouldn't do. Yeah, I think the brighter it gets, the more Hendrixy it sounds.
No, that's really Jimmy sounding.
Cool.
Austin, back me up on this, bro. That's great. Yeah. That's really.
Try it on the next setting.
That's my favourite setting. Yeah, that's low, is it?
Well, it was the...
It was low.
Yes, it was low. Oh, hang on, I'm confused now.
Yeah.
Oh, no, this is mid, right, so, and now this is medium.
Medium. Okay, so here's the sweep. So that's like the traditional Crybaby kind of sound that I love, but that low's got me excited. Yeah. Enjoy myself.
Should we go up to the high just for a comparison?
Yeah.
I want to play with this in a minute as well, if I may.
Absolutely, sir. Play with my mini baby whenever you want. So
it's lost all that heavy bass.
Yeah, which I love. But
yeah,
I don't like this as much.
I think, to be honest with you, rather than maybe switching to just find a tone that you like best, I think what you'll do is you'll switch to find a tone that suits your guitar and amp best.
I really wish the switch was on the outside.
But no, that's why I'm saying I think it's a guitar and amp thing. So it's almost like you would just go, right, that's what works best with my guitar and amp.
You're probably right, but I still wish the switch was on the outside.
Okay.
Because I could change all the time and then find what I like.
Well, there are, again, if you don't need the wah-wah to be small, again, that's one of the features that you would get if you went up to... I can't remember the model number of it now, but there are more expensive Dunlop wahs where there is a control on the outside that basically does exactly that.
Could you put it back on low?
Yes,
and
of course.
Switch it to a little bit of gainage. Holy Lord, that's just unbelievably nice.
I do love it when you just get into it. I've got to say as well, we've been, last 2 or 3 videos that we've done, I think we're getting some of the best sounds out of the silverback we've had for a while.
Well, that's because I've taken it on tour now.
And you know it, do you? You've
Yeah.
sort of discovered its every nook and...
What's
it's like
really
when you meet
cool...
a fine woman and you've just literally, you've understood.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that,
body.
except less in a sexual way, more in an aural musical way. No, seriously, because I had 2 prototypes and then the finished item.
Yeah.
And the last 3 tours, it's been a tour per amp.
Yes.
So when you take it out and play it loud, you really understand the characteristics and how you want to get it tweaked. It's a great guitar as well.
Can I just be rubbish on a wah-wah for like 2 minutes?
Mate, you're not going to be rubbish.
I am though. I don't own a wah-wah. I've never, never really had any time to
sit in this chair then.
I don't need to do that if I've got a wah-wah.
Well, it's nice though, isn't it?
Can I just try it on
You're loving that, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. I just want to go, funnily enough, with gain on it, I'm finding I want the top end to be a bit more screechy, if that makes sense.
Oh, be careful, bro. You know what, I think your balls just got a little bit bigger.
Oh, it sounds great.
By the way, here's, in case anyone has a silverback, here's how I currently have it set.
Look at that. £89 to put a big smile on my face. It's cheap at half the price.
That's not bad, is it?
I like it. Can I play more? Man, I tell
That's
you,
the best part of that song.
It is, isn't it?
Well,
Oh, what have I got going on here? Just a lot. It's the
you just did a
bend.
pig squeal.
I know it's the bend on the G string, on the second fret of the G string, where the what.
That's because you got it on the high setting. Jimmy had the low setting. Put it back on low and I'll show you. I did the same thing.
That's low again.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Now do the same thing.
Yeah, I think it.
Oh, but also you're very close to a very high gain
I
amp.
think I'm going to go high because I think it needs that bite. It needs that bitey. I like the Hey Joe. That was my favourite.